Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. Just got out of my WW meeting and I thought I would update you. Alright, this week Dish with D lost 0.6, gives her a total of 165.8. That's significant. Why is that significant, you ask? Because I'm now under 10 pounds to goal by 0.2. Yep, so I have 9.8 pounds, or no, that's 0.2, 9.2 pounds to go. It's getting scary. It's getting real. And of course I got my charm today for going with my summer challenge. We had a summer challenge. You had to complete so many weeks over the summer, and if you did, you got the little sun charm. So add that to my collection of charms. And this week's recipe is shrimp and butter bean salad. I've never had butter beans. These are canned butter beans, but I've been into beans lately, so I will definitely be trying this. It has fennel, so I don't know if you can see it. Looks really, really good. Fresh basil, fennel, shrimp, butter beans. Yeah, I'm all about a good cold salad. And I've been into canned beans, which is crazy because I was never a bean liker till Freestyle. Then once Freestyle came along, I shouldn't even say Freestyle. It was Weight Watchers in general, because beans were low in points, relatively lower in points, and they're filling. So I was into white beans and cannellini beans, black beans, chickpeas. So I do them a lot in different things. I don't eat a whole can, of course, but who says you can, because it's not written anywhere. That's a whole other video. But this week's topic was find awe in activity. Get outdoors, pick a place, start moving, notice what inspires or intrigues you. And the more you practice, the more you'll recognize opportunities. How will I experience awe? Will I go? Will I do? Will I do it? Where will I go? What will I do? And when will I do it? And I guess the whole idea of that is when you're finding awe in what's around you, you don't really think about what you're doing. So if you're finding awe in the surroundings and the beauty, you're not going to realize how much you're actually doing, and how much you're walking, how much your activity you're actually getting in, because you're too busy just smelling the roses. And that's a big deal. I mean, like I said, with my dog, he's been laid up, as you know, and I've had to leash walk him now for the past, it's been 8 weeks now, since the middle of June. He's not allowed to have, so I've been having to leash walk, which means I can't just open the door and let him go. I have to literally carry him down. He's not allowed to do steps still. I mean, he could if he had to. He's not crippled, but they just don't want him using those muscles, I guess. So I've been carrying him down the steps and up the steps, and I've been leash walking him. So yeah, I don't realize how many more steps I'm getting because I'm off the summer. I work at school, so I don't normally get that many steps in if I'm not at work. But I've been clocking in, it's not a lot, of course, in the grand scheme of things, but close to 5,000 steps because of him. And I didn't realize I was getting that many because I'm just not aware of it. I'm not thinking about the steps. I'm thinking about him and getting what he needs. So I'm not really thinking about, I gotta go out, I gotta walk. I've been just doing for his needs and getting these steps in, which is like, wow, which has probably helped me along with my weight loss this summer, or my maintaining, because I really wasn't, it's hard when you're home and not as active. So I was trying, to be very aware of that, so I wasn't packing on too much food. Again, when I'm around the house, I tend to eat more. That's just human nature, at least it's in my human nature. Yeah, finally, like she always says, our leader Mary Lou always says, like when you're in Disney and you walk into Disney, do you think about, I gotta walk this whole park? No, you don't. You hit the rails running because you're excited, you're happy. It's the happiest place on earth. You don't think about you're going to be walking and the amount of steps you're going to be getting in. And look around you. I mean, when you do go for walks, a lot of people like to go to parks and nature, and they see the trees and the flowers are in bloom, and you see the little squirrels and the bunnies, and they're just so I used to love when we first moved here in New Jersey. I'm from the city. I'm from Philadelphia originally. And so when we moved here, I never had bunnies in my yard. I'm from the city. We didn't have bunnies. We had cockroaches and rats because we had sewers. But so when we first moved to New Jersey, just the little bunnies. Oh, I loved it. I would sit outside just to watch them hop across the lawn, and they're so happy. And I try to feed them little carrots because I like bunnies. I love animals. But once we got the dog, the bunnies had to go because the dog was a terrier. And terriers chase bunnies. Bailey racks up his bunny total every year. This year's pretty low only because he's been laid up since June, but Bailey gets average about 6 bunnies a season. And the sad part is they can't get out of the yard because and I don't know why they're there, that they smell him, but they don't. But he corners them and they're too big to fit through the fence. So that's most times he gets them in the butt. So the little ones he doesn't get because they can still fit through. And we do have like a little house outside for storage of like lawnmowers and stuff. And sometimes they can get under there, but sometimes they're just not bright enough. So I just love to watch. So like I said, I love to sit out there. Other than with him and his issues with the rabbits, I love rabbits and nature, and it's beautiful. And to see the things that are free, trees and flowers and sunshine and clean air, and you just walk around and you're just in awe of how these things, and trees are here to help us. With the oxygen, they produce oxygen and take our carbon dioxide, I think it is. I don't know, carbon dioxide, I think it is. And like how everything has a purpose. And when you really think about how the world is made, and everything, like bees serve a purpose, and find the wonder in things. And sometimes when you can take the time, and with Bailey, back to that again, I've gotten to see many butterflies and dragonflies, and they have like these glass wings, and just because you're out in the same spot every 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, so you get to notice the different little critters that live in your yard. And it's like, they all have a purpose, and they all have a job, and it's interesting when you really put all the grand scheme of things together and appreciate the things that make the world beautiful. I mean, some people today were talking about going to our local parks and they get to see the deer and the kids playing, and they're living cohesively and enjoying the things that we can. And I think about, being able to get out. Now that I've lost 100 pounds, I can do things that I couldn't do before. I appreciate that. I have and I can get out and walk and not feel like I'm all laid up and all crippled up. When we went to Disney, I was 230 pounds, I believe, 35. I tried to lose weight before we went, didn't happen. So every day, and that was back before I was the 270. It was probably 2011 we went. So it wasn't quite the 270, I was 235. And I remember, and it wasn't diagnosed with sleep apnea yet. And every day we would go out in the morning, get the big early start, and then we'd come back to the hotel, because our hotel had a beautiful pool, and the kids were young and they wanted to go to the pool, and had a sand bottom, called the Beach Club. So we would, the kids loved to come home to the pool. Is this guy on a truck going to hit me? Oh crap. Yeah, you saw that. Yeah, it must turned right into me. Yeah. Okay, I digress. Yeah, so we would come back to the hotel just in between probably lunch and dinner. The kids went to go for a swim. I took a nap every day. I napped. Why? Because I was exhausted, because I was heavy. And of course I had sleep apnea as well. So yeah, I would nap every day. That's the running joke. Where's mom? She's upstairs sleeping. My husband would take them down to the pool. They were like probably, I think, 11 and 12 at the time, or 10 and 11, something like that. I would sleep. I was exhausted. But you know what? I kept going. I did the best that I could. I mean, because it was vacation. It was Disney. You don't get there every day. And it was fun. And we would spend, I mean, in my defense, we would spend hours at the park. I mean, we would be there till, we'd have a special hotel hour. So we'd be there till 2, 3 in the morning. So yeah, I was a little tired. But man, kids kept going. We need to bottle their energy. So yeah, you have to appreciate it. Like you said, you never feel tired at Disney. Well, I felt tired at Disney, but point is, when you want to do something and you enjoy something and something makes you happy, you'll do it. So it's trying to find the activity that you can get those benefits from. That A, it's activity, and B, it makes you happy, and C, you're benefiting from it. And I always say walking is probably one of the easiest things we can do. And just walk in your neighborhood, walk around your yard. I've been walking around my yard for 6 to 8 weeks now with the dog, and I've been getting almost 5,000 steps just by doing that. And I know where every blade of grass is. I know where every butterfly lives, every dragonfly. I see the groundhog in the house next door, and hoping he's not coming over to my yard. Yeah, groundhogs make me unhappy. I've caught several. But it's finding the awe in nature and the awe in the world, and like you get the high from that, and that high motivates you to do more. And that's what it's all about. It's like trying to motivate you to do more activity. What could I do to motivate myself to get out there? Sometimes being outside and being in the fresh air pumps you. It does. So you just have to, I always say, just do the best you can. Doing more than nothing is something, because it's hard, and it's hard to do things alone. Like sometimes you need a partner, sometimes you don't. I like to walk by myself, because if I walk with anybody, I can't keep up with their pace, and they don't want to keep up with mine, or vice versa. Like maybe my pace is too fast. But that's why having a dog helps, because you're at his pace, and then he's the only one I have to worry about. But yeah, like find something that makes you happy. Like, is there exercise classes? Is there walk around the park, walk around your neighborhood, walk around your yard. Get out there, move a little bit. Do a little bit. You don't, like I said, people get crazy with exercise. Again, I didn't exercise to lose weight. I'm trying to exercise because I lost weight. I'm able to exercise now. The amount of exercise I've done in the past 2 years is pretty much nothing. Just getting my steps in, which is pretty much just movement. Like I said, I do recess duty at school, so I walk around the playground. It's pretty big, so I definitely get most of my steps there. But I want to start formal exercise. I want to start toning what I can. I mean, I know loose skin doesn't ever get toned, but you can do a little bit. It'll help. I'm going to work on these bat wings. It's gross. But yeah, work on that a little bit. Work on toning what I can. And but like I said, it's not. I'm not a crazy person, nor will I ever be a crazy person. It's not in me. I need to be motivated, and I don't know why I'm not. But I always say you have to do you. And right now that's me. Will I change? Who knows? I will try to be open. I'm trying to learn how to be a planner. I can't do too many things at once. But yeah, get out there. Check out your surroundings, in all of what's around. Check out the flower beds. Check out the trees. Check out the dragonflies. And I saw a couple beautiful, I think I said this right, butterflies. Just stunning butterflies. It's crazy how everything has a purpose and everything is different. Like I said, I want to come back as a butterfly, but I realize butterflies don't have that long of a lifespan. So I don't want to die. Come back as a squirrel. I don't know. But alright guys, I am heading home to have my breakfast. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to have today. It's Saturday, so I need to keep it a low point day, because my husband informed me we're going out to an Italian restaurant tonight for my son, who will be going back to school in a couple weeks. This is his favorite restaurant, where he gets a scathingly huge portion of pasta bolognese. So will I be getting pasta? Probably not. They do have a salmon dish I do enjoy there, so maybe I'll just get the salmon with roasted potatoes. Still points, so I still have to, because when you're out, how food is prepared is important, because a lot of times they use a little more oil than I do. So I like to go in there with at least 15 points. So I haven't done any. I had an apple when I was at my meeting, and a big old iced tea. Dish with D loves her tea. I was thinking about doing, I always say these, I say these out loud. I'm thinking, why do I say these? Because people look for it and I feel bad. But I always have these ideas in my head, and I want to do a what Dish with Dee does the day before weigh day, how she preps for her weigh day. There is like a little science behind what I do. Not a science, but there's like a little ritual. That's what I'm looking for, ritual, what I do. So I thought it was interesting to film that. So I'm trying to think when I'll have, when I thought of it yesterday, day was pretty much gone. But yeah, like the things that I do it every Friday, and I did it every day before weigh day when I weighed a different day. When I went on Tuesdays, I would do it on Monday. Actually, Monday and Tuesday, because I weighed Tuesday night. Getting weighed in the morning is so much easier. It just really is. Because, but then again, like my leader says, your weight is your weight. Like, if people try not to eat much on their way day, but what's the difference? What do you it is what it is. You've lost. But we don't think that way. We want to scarf every pound we can, every ounce we can. But yeah, I'm going to do a radio ritual. I'm going to do my full day of the waffle iron. I'm trying to get Dash to give me a waffle iron so I could give it away, but I haven't heard back from them. That'd be fun. I want to represent their waffle iron. I think they should give me a waffle iron to give away. Not that I couldn't buy one; they're only $10, but I thought it'd be fun for Dash to get a little, pog. Alrighty, time. I am home, and I am going to figure out what I'm going to have for breakfast. I'm thinking it's going to be eggs, because that's low in points. And I do have an avocado I have to finish. So maybe... Oh, I should make Wendy's egg crepe. You ever watched WWG for Life on Instagram? Wendy? I love Wendy. She's awesome, so you should check her out. She doesn't have a YouTube. She does Instagram. She does videos and stuff. She's where I learned how to make the calzone. She makes an awesome calzone, and she makes bombs. She's amazing. I love Wendy. But it's a plug from Dish with D for Wendy. Go check her out. WWG4 number 4 Life. That's Wendy. She's cute. I love her. She's lost quite a bit of weight. I'm going to say 100 pounds or more, definitely. And she just comes up with the greatest recipes. But that's a shout out for Wendy, girl. Shout out from Dish with D. Other than that, I'm going to I had a spinach omelet yesterday. Spinach scramble. Not quite sure, but I'll figure that out. Maybe I'll put, and if you haven't checked me out on Instagram, it's dish_with_D. I post pretty much all my breakfasts on there. Sometimes lunch. Dinners I just tend to forget, because by the time I remember, I've already eaten it. If somebody said, do you post anything but breakfast? I forget. I apologize. I'm a bumblehead, but check me out there. You definitely, if you don't follow me there, you should, because I post a lot of my, like I said, breakfasts mostly, and I have some good breakfasts. I love breakfast. Is my favorite meal. Just is. All right, guys, I've talked way too much. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, let you know when Dish with D uploads. So who doesn't want to know that? Thank you for all my new subscribers, and welcome. I thank you for following me and watching in my journey. Let's get to goal. Help me. I need help. All right, guys. Bye.